Thank you, Gillian. Sorry, we were having everybody muted as we came into live stream because tonight we're running a little bit different from Zoom and we're live streaming over to YouTube. So welcome all of those who have joined us over on YouTube. If you would like to come on and share a little bit about your Christmas, please join us over on narellewarcon.com/Christmas party. Easy one. So you can come in onto the Zoom call and we can have you on speaking, and we look forward to actually hearing a lot about you and your Christmases, because I'm sure we've had one or two of those Christmases where it didn't actually go right. But anyway, we're going to hear a few stories tonight. I want to say a big thank you before I go any further to Kenton Patterson from New Zealand, who has been able to help me in preparing and sharing out about our Christmas party and bringing our people together. You know, you're all on Pacifians, you're all there, we've all been waiting, we've all been sitting, we've all been connecting, we're all related in a sense of the fact that we share and support each other. And that is a really, really beautiful thing. For those coming in from overseas, thank you so much for joining me, especially for those coming in on YouTube and those coming in on Facebook and also LinkedIn. I really appreciate your love and support. Please put in the chat where you're coming in from, because we really want to know where you're coming from. It is really important that we connect with everybody all over the world. And I think that within On Passive, we certainly have done that. In comes another fellow New Zealander. Thank you so much for joining us, Paul, and we will come over to you shortly. But right now, like I said, I'd like to do a big shout out for our CEO, Mr. Ash Mafara. It is this time of the year where we really need to connect with those who are out there every day doing, sharing, inspiring, because it's not always easy. You know, when we do it ourselves, we're just doing it for us. You know, they're out there inspiring and keeping us on track in a sense. For so many people, you know, over 1 million founding positions. So I think we should give credit to them and thank them for everything that they have done and everything that they do, because that in particular is so important. Now, like I said, Mr. Ash, we want to wish you a very happy Christmas with you and your family. May the dear Lord bless you, full of blessings in your life with your wife and your 2 children, your 2 boys. We wish you safety, we wish you wellness, and we wish you all the blessings in the world. Whatever goes ahead, whatever comes out, we're here and we're waiting. And it's so lovely to see you all. So I'm going to duck over and ask Kenton to join us so that he can have his little hello. So thank you, Kenton. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Narelle. Hi, everybody. Welcome, everyone that's coming from New Zealand. Appreciate your support. Welcome to the webinar. Let's have some fun, enjoy each other's company tonight. And yeah, let's just have some fun, eh? Thank you, Narelle.
Thank you so much, Kenton. It's not always easy coming out and doing what you need to do sometimes. And for those who have come on and shared their stories, your life stories with me on my Who, What, Where Wednesday, you have no idea how that has affected me and those who have watched it. Your story really resonates with so many people all over the world. So what we're going to do is to kick off the fun is I know that Kenton has a couple of little jokes that he can share up first while I prepare my humming voice. Yes, humming voice, not singing. So get ready for that first game, okay? Please let me know, can you hear me okay? Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for joining us, Paul. It's really lovely to see you. And we will come to you in a moment. Like I said, we're just going to run a little bit different. We'd like you to say a few words. So I'm going to call people randomly. So just have a little bit. You've all spoken before, so you know what you want to say. So please be prepared for that. And I'm just letting a few more people in here. So as we join people in, what we'll be going over live is that box where you see Kenton and I together. You will be coming on there. So you'll be also going over to live stream as well. So welcome, Ava. Thank you for joining us from Bangladesh. It's really lovely to see you. in your red. Oh, and the Christmas in background. That's very flash. I'm sorry, we don't do flash here in Australia. Anyway, like I said, we're going to call on Kenton first, and then we'll come over to a few people who would like to share and their Christmas message. So Kenton, take it away with a joke or two.
Okay, let's get this party going. Okay, the first little joke I've got today or tonight for some of us. What do you get if you cross a kangaroo with a sheep? Anyone know? You get a woolly jumper.
Oh, yeah, that's
Okay.
sort of like New Zealand dad jokes, I think.
Oh, I know, I know. The next one I've got is, and if anybody knows these, just jump in and, you know, what's the closest thing to Aussie get to snow at Christmas? A beach covered in white sand.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Kenton. Thank you for joining us, Pam Turner from the USA, Illinois, I believe. But thank you. I will go over. If somebody would like to go first, who would like to go first? Gillian, excellent. Thank you so much. If you can just unmute and just get a couple of minutes, please. This is more about Christmas party, Christmas fun, and a Christmas message. So thank you so much for being here, and over to you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Happy Christmas, everyone. Am I unmuted?
Yes, you are. We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, season's greetings, everybody, and happy festive season. I've just come from our market. They had a Christmas market on, and that was really, really great fun. Where you are, Narelle, you always say that you're having beautiful day one day and perfect the next, and that's exactly what we're getting here at the moment too. 30 to 35 degree days, absolutely beautiful. And do you want to know a bit about our Christmases, like what we usually do?
Yeah, share a little bit about your Christmas. Definitely.
Okay, okay. I don't think that our Christmases change really. They are pretty Australian, and what we usually do, our family, like we've always met up in different places. So most of our Christmases are usually about just meeting everybody. Then having a few snacks and a few drinks and opening presents, having a few trivia games, a few jokes and a few games. Then having dinner, having lunch, and then maybe having a game of cricket outside or a swim in the swimming pool.
Sounds very Aussie.
Yeah, very Aussie.
And what about food? What are your foods like? Everybody's different for Christmas, I believe, in food. Like years ago, my parents had a hot lunch. You know, they'd cook the roast veggies and they'd have a roast of some sort for Christmas, and particularly say a glazed ham or anything like that. Were you in that? Hi, Jean, lovely to see you. Were you in that traditional type thing, or is it salads and potato salad and, you know, seafood?
Yeah, definitely roast turkey, glazed ham, oysters, a lot of seafood.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
Yeah, fresh fish off the pier, lobster, and salads and cakes and all those lovely things.
Yeah, it sounds amazing, and I think everybody here knows what a beautiful Christmas lunch can do to you, and it puts you into we call it carpet snake mode over here. So it means you roll up on the couch and just lie there like a big old carpet snake that's had a big feed. So I'm sure that that's exactly how most of us here in Australia and New Zealand. I will come back to you, Gillian, because I want to ask you and be a part of our, you know, our games and things like that. But I just want to move on to one other person for now until we start our first game. We've just been waiting for Jean. So who else would like to share a part of a little bit about their Christmas and things like that. Don't all rush me at once. Ava, thank you so much for saving the day. Unmute. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Hi,
Ava.
Jean. Hi, Narelle. Thanks a lot for having me around. Christmas, uh, especially in the Asian countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. I don't know very much about Pakistan, but India and Bangladesh, we are similar. So we have, more than a week to 10 days goes in preparing stuff and, getting everything ready, all set for Christmas, like baking cakes and stuff like that. We bake our own cakes and we try to do everything possibly at home.
Yeah.
No buying, nothing. These days, of course, many buy it. But I still stick to traditions because what mom and all used to do, I do the same thing, and I've passed on the tradition to my kids as well.
Yeah.
So we bake cakes, and then there's something called kalkals. I don't know if anybody knows it here. Maybe I'll put up a picture sometime. I bake kalkals, and it's only just flour, eggs, and sugar and stuff like that we it's made of. And on Christmas Day, not Christmas Day, we go for midnight mass. If you don't go for midnight mass, it doesn't feel like Christmas at all.
Okay.
So you have to. Like it is a tradition till now. We go for midnight mass, and then after coming out from there, then wishing family and friends and everyone, and having a get together in our church parishes and everything. And then after that we come home, and then cakes and wine, and and that is there every time, especially.
It does
So
sound like sorry, it does sound like the stories are going to be very similar. Everybody eats and overeats.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Alvin, go ahead.
So the next day, that's on Christmas Day, like everybody's had a late night. So the kids, it's like wild horses can't drag them out of bed. But, parents have to get up and do the stuff. So wake up, normally what I've been doing. So I prepare lunch, and then after that, they'll get up and they'll pitch in whatever. So basically, most of the time we are more into rice and curry and stuff like that. So we make pulao rice, which of course everybody would love it, even here also, pulao rice. And then, we have that, what do you call that? We make korma, which is non-spicy. And then of course we have a roast, and then we have salads and everything to go with it. So
and do you have a big family? Do you have a big family that come over? Like, do you have it in one person's place and then everybody?
Yes. They all come over. That's always at my place. I have my sister coming over. I have my kids, now since they're abroad, they all come, and they all put up at my, but this year I'm going to be alone for Christmas. So I'm rushing off to my friend's place. That is about 4 or 5 hours journey from Dhaka. It's called, it's a place called Chittagong. So most of the Bengalis call it Chattogram, but it's known as Chittagong.
Okay.
So
sounds
that was
really
a place.
lovely.
Yes.
Thank you, Ava. Look, I will come back to you. I just want to make it a couple of minutes for each person for now, because we have a few to get through. I also want to say hello to all of those jumping onto YouTube, and all of those rugged up like Jean and Pam. And I want to read a little poem, seeing you guys here and you're cold. A little something I put together, and then we'll come back to our next speakers. So it's Christmas Day, the sun's shining bright, no snow to be seen, just warm summer light. The barbecue's on, the prawns start to cook, while kids splash around in the creek or the brook. Fair go, mate. Pass the salad this way. Our Kiwi friends grin. Sweet as. What a day. Jandals and thongs line the hot sandy shore, with cricket bats swinging and kids yelling for more. A kookaburra laughs from the old gum tree. As we tuck into Pavlova, both sides agree. With the sky so blue and the laughter so loud, this sunny Christmas makes us all very proud. So thank you. I just wanted to share a little bit from our Aussie and New Zealander side because I think it's important. Again, everything's important to me because each and every one of you are important. Now, I would like to, I might go over to one of our first little quiz bang. Are your ears on? Can you hear me okay? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hum some Christmas songs. Okay, one in particular, and maybe I might do two if I don't get a thumbs down from everybody, because I'm not the best singer, even though I used to be in a choir. But let's see how my humming goes. If you know it, just put your hand up like that. Ken's going to keep an eye out for you. But if you know it, look out, put your hand up fast. They're pretty simple, so there's nothing to really worry about. Let's go with the first one. Sorry, just getting ready. Was that Jean? Oh, there she is. Put a hand up. You move from one end of the box to the other. Yes.
Yep,
Do you want us to put our physical hand up or raise our hand
fine.
on the thing?
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for you. So physical hand is okay. Go ahead on that one, Jean.
Joy to the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I knew you'd get that one. There is joy in every day. Remember that. You just got to look a little bit harder sometimes and a little bit deeper. Okay, one more, and then we'll go over to, will we go to another dad joke? Okay, one more. Let me get my humming voice ready again. I think Gillian had her hand up first. And
Beginning to look a little bit like Christmas
absolutely, it's beginning to look
all
like
around the
Christmas.
world.
Oh, we should make you sing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would make it more fun.
We should have had Jean sing it. Joy to the world.
Yeah, that would have been lovely.
I sound like Barry White this morning. It's beginning to look.
Yeah, we all wake up with those sort of voices, I think.
My register's like
Yeah.
2 octaves lower.
Yeah, so thank you for appreciating my humming. Like I said, I probably hum better than I sing these days. But anyway, I would like to go over, I'm going to call out a person because I think this person is amazing. And I want you also to share about what you've done for others, Miss Deborah Mackay, because I think you're a really, truly beautiful heart. And I really want to hear a little bit about your Christmas, but also what you've done to help others, because I've seen it just recently on Facebook. And I think you deserve a big shout out for what you do. So over to you, Deborah.
Thank you, Narelle. That's very kind of you. It's just part of what I do, as you've seen throughout my year, basically. Thinking of others, as I know a lot of people do. But yes, just recently, or just yesterday actually, I gathered a whole heap of Christmas gifts that I purchased throughout the year for disadvantaged children. And because they're all sort of stored wherever I can fit them, you sort of lose track of what you have. And so I got them all together to put into bags to take to, excuse me, I've got a bit of a tickle in my throat, to take to the charities that I was intending to take them to, and was very pleasantly surprised. There were about 4 or 5 bags plus some rather large ones that didn't fit in to the bags. And when I actually got to the place that I dropped them off at, they brought a trolley out for me and they filled the trolley, which was awesome. So a lot of people who were children who weren't going to receive something will receive something. And it's not a big thing. Like I try not to spend more than $10. We have a store here in Australia, Aldi. I'm not sure, I know they're in other countries, but they have some awesome gifts that you can get for under $10. I frequent toy sales, etc., when they're on, and sometimes lay-by, you know, a few to put away, etc., etc. But yeah, that's my Christmas joy to those that are disadvantaged. I also throughout the year collect for women in particular that are doing it hard. They're mostly through domestic violence, a lot of homeless women, etc., etc. Through a charity, we collect essentials, basically for women, as in, you know, toothpaste, soap, you know, shampoo, conditioner, etc. And most of us that do the collecting, we like to throw in extras, you know, lots of extras, basically, because some of these women have had to, you know, uproot and just run with nothing. And so we have heard from the charities that distribute them that it makes a huge difference in their lives. They realize that someone else, you know, thinks about them and cares about them. So yeah, that's just, you know, part of what I do. It's
look, I think that's really beautiful. And having been through domestic violence myself, one of the things I suppose, you know, is about not only that people want to help you in that sense, but you don't feel alone. Okay, that's one of the biggest things that you can do is reach out to people, because it takes one person, just one person, to be able to help that one person feel not alone, you know, particularly in the Christmas season. You know, it's a time to get out there and share the love. So Deborah, thank you so much. Deborah also encouraged me this year by sharing. I have thought about it previous years, but she gave me that bit of a kick in the bum that I needed to actually put some bags together for these women that she spoke about. So, you know, our you know, the things that we use monthly, soaps, you know, shampoos, all of those things, towel, you know,
hairbrushes.
Sorry.
Hairbrushes. They're not considered essential in the list, but to me, that's an essential for most women. The hairbrush.
Oh, gosh, absolutely. And the thing what I found doing it is, when I went to the supermarket, I was excited because I could put a couple of things through my groceries to be able to give to somebody else. So I was looking for nice things, you know, like probably think, well, I said to my son, I don't usually go down the women's section anymore because I don't need that type of thing. So it was different to go down there and see all the fancy packaging these days. It's like, oh my goodness. But yeah,
that's the reason that I post, Narelle, and I'm not. That's the reason that I post them, really, is to encourage. If I encourage one more person to come on board and assist others, then job done, you know. So it's not for me to get pats on the back. It's to just to remind people that there are many out there doing it tough, you know. And if we can afford just a little bit, then awesome.
And I believe that of you anyway, Deborah. You know, there's many out there who are doing and do have the kind hearts, who are sharing with people. It's not about big noting. It's about encouraging another person to think about what somebody else might be going through at this time of the year in particular, but also all year round. I'm sure that many charity places, not the some, you know, but there are some that are good and who do it and look forward to people helping them each year. So Christmas is a time of giving. Christmas is a time of happiness, but for some it's not so. But we can make it different. As easy as that. We can make it different, you know. So, so thank you so much. Now, just a little bit about your Christmas. Are you just the traditional Aussie Christmas girl?
I don't have a lot of family, so mostly my Christmases are spent with friends, and we tend to do a mixture of things. This year I'm going to be with a friend and her family, and they're doing their traditional thing, but it's not, a hot meal. It's a variety. There's seafood, there will be ham, there will be turkey, there will be salads, there will be cheesecake, as well as pudding, for everyone, gets to have what they like, I think. So yeah, and they do fun things.
I'm starting to drill up here a little bit, if you see me wiping my mouth, because you're talking about all the meats, and most of I'm carnivore, but those desserts, I suppose, plum pudding and custard and, trifle and pavlova and all of those. Anyway, I'm drooling. So enough about the food. I'll just have another piece of meat or another prawn.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing.
Yeah, and there seems to be so much food and you don't actually feel like it on the day because you've looked at so much food and you've brought so much food, and then you feel hungry the next day. That's what I always find.
Most people, I think there is enough food on Christmas Day that many people come the next day and celebrate Boxing Day and eat the leftovers. And they always taste better. So thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Gillian. Okay, over to the other side of the pond, so we call it. And I would love to hear from you, Narissa. Thank you so much. I see you beautifully sitting in the background there in all your red and Christmas stuff. So come on out and share us a little bit about what you do in New Zealand, for Christmas.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, blessings and love to you all. And especially what comes to mind in regards to Christmas, since being on passive, I've experienced 8 Christmases, and Ash Mafara always comes to mind, because if I'm correct, he said that he was born in Bethlehem in Jerusalem. And he's our beacon of light. And it always reminds me of that Bethlehem star. That's our Ash Mafara. So blessings to everybody. And I'd just like to say how difficult it is to try and look respectable at 11 o'clock in the evening. And here we have just a traditional, the same as everybody, an overkill and food. And it's usually just a family get together, or a family and the grandchildren, which I look forward to, because quite a few of them are coming back from university. And I always love it. I'm a bit of a tough nana always. Before they open their presents, well, my presents anyway, I say, okay, who's going to step forward and tell me what is Christmas all about, and what does it mean, and why do we celebrate it? And so it's just a beautiful gathering of family mainly. And
I think that's beautiful. Asking them to share that part of it, because it really makes them think about the time. It's not just a time of giving gifts. And I mean, I used to make my children wait one gift at a time. You wait and you acknowledge that person's gift. And when they're finished, then you move on to the next person. I'm a giver, so I stretched that thing out as long as I could, because I love seeing it, but I like seeing each individual. So so that's a beautiful thing to add into there, especially with your grandchildren and things like that. I think that's such a beautiful blessing. Many of us are blessed by having family around. This year, again, we are having the elderly neighbours over. They're both in their 80s. They're not very well, but they come over to our place. My son goes and helps them over, and we share in lunch together, just the 4 of us in the air conditioning, because they don't have aircon. And we just chat about anything and everything, because you know what? They just lost a daughter, their second daughter, to cancer just a month or so ago. And very hard for the elderly to think, why didn't we go, and why are we burying our children? So it's a very sad time for some, particularly coming into that older age, when we know that, we're not here forever and ever. So think about that. I think about the elderly in particular. I think I read something on Facebook just recently that said, those who haven't got anybody are sitting in nursing homes, and they don't even have anybody on the day. Now, look, a lot of nursing homes will actually celebrate and put up Christmas decorations and play Christmas carols, and, they have a nice meal and things like that. But there's nothing better than somebody turning up from your family. So don't just drop them and leave them. They're in a nursing home. Remember that they have had an amazing life. And even though they may not know you today, you know, you do remember them, and they are your parent, your auntie, your uncle, you know, anyone that's in your family. So please remember those things as well. Okay, so thank you, Narissa. I'm going to come back to you in a minute because I'm going to ask you a special question. Righto, so who do we have here? Well, Pam Turner, you got the most amazing background ever. That would have to be, is that you and Judy or the other sister?
No, that's Judy.
Yeah,
I thought I'd bring her along because I know she's sleeping.
Well, thanks for bringing Judy along. And Pam, I will come back to you. I just want to head over to a couple more of our New Zealand people because I see Dan Price is here. And thank you guys for staying up late. In other parts of the world, you may not have it as hard because when we started, it was 6 p.m. in Western Australia, coming over to me at 8 p.m. New South Wales, Victoria, on the same coastline as us, but because they go into daylight savings, they're 9 p.m. You know, South Australia, I think, is 8:30. And then we go over to New Zealand, which is 11 o'clock at night. Oh my gosh. And then we have those who are coming in from the US and Bangladesh. Bangladesh, I think, is about 4 or 5 hours earlier than us. So you would be in the afternoon. And Jean's coming in at 5 a.m. in the morning. Anyway, it's all beautiful that you're here. And I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Because like I said, it's hard to put something together and then get people on, you know, that just for support. But, you know, it's a busy time of the year. So for everybody. So Dan, please unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about, just a little bit about your Christmas. Okay. What do you do? Have you got any relatives, family coming for Christmas? What are you planning this year? We can't hear you, Dan. You need to unmute. No, you are unmuted. Okay. We still can't hear you, Dan. Can you just, yeah. You might have to pull your earplug out. Oops. Can you just speak? Just me. You are unmuted on here. Yeah, just try it again and unmute. All right, we'll come back to you, Dan. See if there's a setting on your Zoom account that may have you staying muted. I'll ask you to unmute and see if you can come on. Wait, let me do that. We're getting a nice shower rain. How beautiful is that? Okay, Dan, I will come back to you. I'm just going to duck over to Paul because I can see Paul's nearly nodding off over there. It's late for these old fellas, you know. Hey, Paul, lovely to see you.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope everyone's got good plans for the festive season next week. And yeah, just have a good time with family and that.
What are you going to eat for Christmas, Paul?
Well, don't know. Might have a chicken or something.
Might have a chill.
Yeah, nothing. I'm not going away this Christmas, so yeah, I'm staying here by myself. So
Yeah.
I just have a quiet, relaxing day.
Well, if you live closer, mate, I'd have you over as well. Everybody welcome in my home. So, but I do wish you a very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it is late. I know that, you know, you old fellas have got to get your sleep. But thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to go over and play another little game. And before we go to our next speaker, but what I want to ask is this, and I'm going to name the person and you have to guess which is right and wrong. So the question or the game is, I want you to name 3 things. 2 of them are correct. 1 of them is incorrect. And we're going to get our people here listening as to what they think your incorrect answer is. So think about that. 3 things about yourself. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You know things about yourself. But one that's not correct that we can guess about. So Narissa, you'll be straight up first, and I'll come over to you, but I'll give you, I know, I like to put people on the spot, and I'm going to come over to you, Peter, as well. So you start thinking about your three. I'm going to go over and I'm going to hum another Christmas carol because I know you all love me humming, right? Okay, so let's do okay, okay, you ready? You might not be able to hear me because it's raining very heavily here at the moment. So I can't really hear myself, but I love the blessing of rain. So let's go. Okay, Glenda, you're it. Let somebody else have a turn if you have already had one. But Glenda, go ahead.
Away in the manger.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorites.
Well done.
I think we all grow up with favorites as children.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for listening to my humming voice. Now, Narissa, are you ready to give us your 3 things about yourself? And one of them is not correct. Hey, Lydia. I'm just going to mute you for now, Lids. Okay, listen up, everyone. Narissa, go ahead. 3 things about yourself, and 1 is incorrect.
Oh, goodness me.
Will a dad joke help?
No, it's like trying to find something that's not correct. It's like, goodness. Don't you pick on someone else?
Yeah. Okay. If you want a bit more time, that's fine. Peter, are you ready? You need to unmute, Peter. Thank you. Hang on. I'll ask you to unmute.
Yeah, hello, you there?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Well, what can I say? Tall, dark, and handsome. How's that?
So we have to guess which one you're not?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead. Jean, you got an answer?
I actually, could he repeat them, please?
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
You're not tall. I have to find the lie, right?
Yeah.
You're not tall because
I'm
you're
6
definitely handsome and it looks like you're dark.
foot 2.
You're what?
6'2".
Oh, so which one weren't you?
I don't know. You need to know and for you to find out.
Come on, Pete, you got to play the game. You're confusing everybody now.
You're all 3.
You mean
Got me on the spot.
dark complexion?
Oh, I always think of dark hair. I don't know why. For tall, dark, and handsome, I think of dark hair.
Yeah, I do too. I never think about skin colors. Okay, Narissa, have you thought? And please tall, blonde, and
I picked 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go, Jillian.
No, you go ahead, Narissa.
Four children. Can't sing. And play the drums.
What was the second one?
Can't sing.
Can't sing. And the third one?
Play the drums.
Okay, so Narissa says that she has 4 children, can't sing, and can't play the drums, or can play the drums. Can. All right. Anybody willing to give it a go?
Can't play the drums.
Is that correct, Narissa?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You don't look like a drummer, but hey, I don't know if they have a certain look. Okay, well, you can still think about what 3 that you want to do. So we'll give you a little bit more time on that. I think it's over to Ken for one of his New Zealand dad jokes, because we all need that to pep us up. So over to you, Ken.
Okay. What do we got now? What does Santa take to break when he takes a break? A Santa pause.
I think you've been into the eggnog, even though we
Yeah.
don't have over here. But
Another one here is, why did Santa start gardening? He wanted to ho the ground.
that is a good one.
That's one of
Thank you
those
for that, Ken.
Christmas cracker jokes.
Yeah. Gillian, I'll come back to you. I just want to go to Pam Turner, because I know Pam is up early as well, in Illinois. I think I heard an American call it Illinois the other day. Is that correct? No, Illinois. I say it better than some of them over there. Pam, it's lovely to see you, and thank you for everything that you do. Big hello and Merry Christmas, and big hug for that big fella, Kevin Rutledge, as well. Lovely mountain man, whatever they call him. You know, man of your life, love of your dreams. Okay, that's enough about him. Let's talk about you. Pam, thank you so much. I know that, you know, we come into our Christmas before you, New Zealand first, and then coming into us in Australia. And then the very next day, we're over to America. So we get to celebrate quite a bit. So what is it about your Christmases that stands out, or something that you like about your Christmases, or, you know, what do you do on that special day?
Well, good morning, everybody. It's pretty early here. Jean, you did well too. I'm impressed. At least you got dressed. I got my hat on. Our family tradition, like since I was a little girl, and right in through now into my grandchildren, we always we get to have one present on Christmas Eve, and it's always new pajamas, so that so you have your bath, and you know, so we have our new pajamas. Christmas morning, again, we've carried it right pretty much through. The kids get to kind of don't go peeking yet, but sometimes they do go and get mom and dad up, and before you go out to the tree to see what Santa has brought. And then everybody has to chill out for a minute for the coffee getting made for the folks, and then they can dig into the stockings, then breakfast, and then we dig under the tree. And like you, Narelle, we do one present at a time.
Yeah.
Let everybody watch and enjoy all of the gift giving. And sometimes there's a little bit of spirit in the coffee after breakfast for the adults.
Oh,
and
no,
I
I wouldn't believe that of you, Pam Turner.
And it is coffee, it's not beer, by the way. And that's just
so Pam sent me a message last night with beer steins, saying that she was joining in the morning with beer steins, and I'm going, oh, whatever whenever you choose. I'm not here to judge anybody at 5 o'clock in the morning. But she did say that wasn't to send that emoji. So thank you.
No, Santa Claus was next to the emoji.
Yeah.
And just to bring you guys up to date, Kevin and I have only had one Christmas together, because last year I was stuck in Ontario, and so we've really not created any pattern yet. So, and we're having prime rib this year, not turkey. So this is interesting. We're going to his brother's house.
That sounds fantastic. When you don't have to do as much cooking or cleaning.
I know, I get to do the salad and the veggies and stuff.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
Great. Have it at your place. That way I can bring whatever and I can leave when I need to.
That's right. That's right. And I have to be home before it's dark because I can't see in the dark.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have
Good
red
experience.
lights, but my eyes don't do so well.
Yeah, no, I understand. But thank you so much. And please say hello to Kevin and to your sister
Yes,
Judy. I
absolutely.
do believe that you have somebody else. Oh, we've got a special guest coming in.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you. We got a special guest coming in. Let him come in first and let's see who it is. Can you see that, Kenton? Believe it or not, we have an Aussie mate. You know, a true blue loves crocodiles and snakes. I've heard.
Hey.
He's come prepared. He's come prepared. He's got his Aussie hat on and he's got his sweater on.
No,
Hey, Chris Johnson, how are you?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
I wish I could be. Hi, everyone. I just could be. I have a very busy day today, but I thought I better stop in and tell Australia and my New Zealand family how much I love you and Merry Christmas to all of you and God bless all of you. And Narelle Warcon got a special place in my heart for her because she's really gone above and beyond for Australia and New Zealand. And Kenton Patterson, who I love his hat. You guys are phenomenal, but I just wanted to pop on here and wish you all a great Merry Christmas and hi to all my other Jeans and Paul and Peter and Pam and Jasmine. Gillian Hannah's here. Ava. Look, we got people from all over. Dan Price, Deborah, Narissa. Holy cow, you got the whole crew at Narelle Warcon. Listen, you guys are in a really great place right now. I'm glad to see you're celebrating. Apparently, it's very early in the morning over here for us. So I thought I better get on there, stop in for a couple of minutes and say hi to everyone and Merry Christmas. But Narelle, big kisses from Ashma Farah. Thank you for doing this. He knows, believe it or not, he knows a lot of you. He might not say your name, but he knows all of you because he cares about you. So, but Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Narelle Warcon.
Thank you, Chris. We love you. We love you,
Look, I
Chris.
really appreciate you coming on, Chris. I know, and I was going to send you a message to say, look, it's okay. You know, just because I moderate every night for you, come on for me. But I didn't, but I did now, okay? I'm just saying. I do appreciate because I know that you're extremely busy. It takes a lot to put these things together. And like I said, the time zones are not always suitable for everybody, but everybody who's meant to be here is here. And we're doing a little bit of a shout out, a couple of games. If you have to go, we do understand. But you know, the love that we have for you guys for inspiring us every day, the love that we have for Ash to bringing it about, what he is doing, and people may not understand that fully, and sometimes you don't have to understand it fully. Okay, sometimes it's just about being there, supporting others, lifting each other up and saying, hey, I care about you, rather than sit in your own crap and think about, oh, poor me, what am I doing, and this is not happening and that's not happening and this one died and oh my gosh, I had them today. I had a lot of them today, and it makes me sad. It pulls me down a little bit because it's like, what else can I do to make you realize that life is as it is? You know, God knows your first breath and your last breath. You call it life in between. What are you doing with it? So I do appreciate everything that you do. And Marcy as well. You know, we just honestly praying for you all the time because we know that you need the strength right now to be able to uplift as many as you are. So thank you. We wish you every best, you know, the best of blessings for each and every one of us, you know, that are coming our way. We just got to be patient and just stay the course. So thank you so much, Chris. Give Marty a big hug for me.
I knew Narelle would break into our past webinar. I just knew it.
Yeah, always.
But listen,
I wouldn't have known you if it wasn't for On Passive. So
I wouldn't have an Australian hat if it wasn't for Impassive. Let me tell you. But
and the next
Narelle,
yes.
I love you. I think you're amazing. I think you have a wonderful story, and I can't wait for the world to see it. The same with all of you. Kenton Patterson, the lone shark in New Zealand who comes out of nowhere, and he's shy as a cucumber, but he gets out there and he talks about it passive. Every one of you, listen to me. I got a little secret to tell you. Get out and start talking. I know New Zealand and Australia are the hardest poor people that are like, okay, I don't know, I don't want to talk. It's okay. Stay who you are. They're all going to come to you. I made an announcement a couple weeks ago and said, there's 27 billion people, 1 million people in Australia, and they're all coming to Narelle Warcon because she's out talking about it every day. You all have that same ability. Get out. All you got to do is make a post. All right. Talk a little bit about it to your friends. I know you're going to get no's and are you crazy, but that's part of the journey. All those no's are coming back. All those people that called you crazy are going to come back. You guys are all going places. They're going to sit in the same chair while you're traveling the world and talking about this amazing journey. So I love every one of you. Merry Christmas to every one of you. Stay blessed. I'm constantly praying for all of you. Pam Turner, I see you on there. Don't think I didn't see you. Have a blessed holiday, but you'll see me before Christmas, like in about 4 hours, though.
I know.
Today is going to be a busy morning and actually a busy day all day for me. But I just want you guys to know that Ash Mafara, this company appreciates everything that you've done. And thank you for taking the leap of faith in something that's going to be such a beautiful thing in the future. I love you, Narelle, Kent, and everyone else. Mwah!
Love you, Chris.
Merry
Thanks,
Christmas,
Chris.
Appreciate
Bye.
it. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Bye.
Yes,
And
Chris.
See you later, Chris.
See you, Chris.
Yeah.
Christmas on Wednesday. Next
And
week.
what
7 days
a
away.
surprise. Yeah, what a beautiful surprise. And we appreciate Chris. I didn't twist his arm at all. Honestly.
Just a bit. Just a bit.
I just sent the invite, honestly. Sometimes they have to do what they have to do sometimes. So thank you very much to Chris for popping on. And he is right, Ash knows each and every one of us. It's not just me in Australia. There are many in Australia, there are many in New Zealand. Some have taken a step back, some are just sitting back, some are just waiting, whatever. We're each individuals. We all have a choice. You believe in what you want to believe in, and you bring that forward. I stood up and I love my country, absolutely love it. In New Zealand, we have a love-hate relationship. No, it's not that serious. All the New Zealanders just come to Australia for work. But we do love each other because we're very close. There's only a couple of hours, in a flight across the ocean to Kenton. I have never been to New Zealand, but one day I do plan to. Best fresh air, best cow milk, best pastures, beautiful, stunning country. So anybody thinking about going there, absolutely do it. Now, I just want to go over quickly to see if Dan has sorted himself out with that.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Hey, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Lovely to see you, Dan. Thank you for being patient and waiting. So tell us a little bit about your Christmas and what you plan for this Christmas.
Well, I've got a bit of a different change this Christmas. I think you know Narelle, but I won't share it on here. But I'm going to see my daughter. She lives up in the Auckland. And then I'm going to go a little bit further up towards Kenton's area, Whangarei. And we're going to catch up. So, but Mangwai Heads is where my brother and sister go there for a lot of Christmases, but I'll catch up with them later on. But I'll also catch up with my another sister in Auckland. So I've got plenty in the family to go and see up there, which I haven't seen, had spent Christmases with. But
and you know what, Dan, you deserve each and every one of those special times with your family. We all go through tough times in our life, and absolutely, the blessing of having family and the blessing of being able to spend Christmas with them or time with them around this time of the year. So safe travels to you. Whatever you do, stay happy and keep that happy face and smile. You deserve it all. You deserve it all.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, Narelle. You've been a great help.
And you just know that you're very special. And what are you going to have for Christmas? Where are you heading to? Your daughters, did you say?
I'm going to, Christmas morning I'm spending with my daughter and new husband.